to kick off for the Vikings.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Already here, they're audible to something else.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Second and 10.
Play action. It's gone.
He's got right on the short throw. This defense for the Vikings, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Set 180. Ric Flair. Hey, 5. Turbo.
Now gone.
This pass down the field for Gibbs. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Pushing his way through.
And the Vikings are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Remember, Charles, this is the number 1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're number 1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
They'll run here with a rookie.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They'll try and run for it. Krosky Merritt.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Vikings first down. A gain of 4 yards.
They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy. That's down the field for Jefferson.
And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there.
And it's 2nd down.
You talk about this Lions defense.
We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
On first down, it's Krosky-Merritt.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Looking to throw McCarthy.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Here's McCarthy. Setting up the screen, Krosky-Merritt. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
It's 4th down.
Going for it, here's McCarthy.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So a rocky start on both sides offensively. Turnovers exchanged.
I saw what you did there.
What'd I do? Rocky. Two Rockies.
I saw that. I got it. And, and right now, they're carrying it around like they are wearing boxing gloves if we're going to have that kind of a reference. They've got to get it together and start playing a little bit better ball.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack.
Jonathan Grenard
able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Black 20, Super 1. What's that?
Goal. He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line.
They go with the empty set there. 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. The Lions now at 2-5 to start play. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Cut. Hey, let's go. Black 20. Turbo.
Goff now looks to throw.
That is incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Goff throwing again. try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
A run inside, Krosky Merritt. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Again, it's Krosky Merritt. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. On 3rd down, Krosky Merritt losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And his kick is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Here's Goff. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Black 20.
Goff now looking to throw.
And to find the open man, that's complete. And he's going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Lions first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Again, Goff. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back to throw. Goff. That is caught by Laporta. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Here's Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 180.
Now it's Goff. This one swung out to Montgomery. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Cut. Wait, Merlin. 11.
To the air again. Goff. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Tonight. Super. 180. What's that?
Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 10-yard line.
Tonight. 180. What's that?
And they'll run it with Gibbs. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
They'll run once more with JCM. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here's 2nd and 7. Now McCarthy.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. To the air with McCarthy. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, kill. Tonight. Hey, lift. 180.
After the interception, here's Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Goff now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Hey, 180.
A shotgun snap for Goff. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs.
I read that shit too. They just didn't let me get it.
And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's got this to Jefferson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing is McCarthy. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break. McCarthy.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
They don't let me get my pick, and then they let him get a pick.
Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports.
Damn, I thought he was going to go to the outside.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Why did my lineman keep getting fired?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Wow. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
Wow.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
quickly to Addison here. And he'll
Who
go
they
out of
gonna do that
bounds, it looks
bullshit,
like
man?
right at the 40. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a Vikings first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
At the 42-yard line.
Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 50-yard line.
Out of the gun, they go with Krosky Merritt.
Go to the ball.
And a
That
strong
bullshit.
run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one good carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Up the middle, Krosky Merritt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
At the 24-yard line.
Looking to throw McCarthy. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Josh Oliver, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
McCarthy going to look to throw for it. And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now.
11. Will Riker the kickoff for the Vikings.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
We're good.
To throw is Goff. That's complete to Laporta. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. And Gibbs has it. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
14. We go. 76. 76. Turbo.
There's gone. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 54 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Here's McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Looking to throw. McCarthy over the middle and complete to Addison. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison, 54 yards. And the Vikings are back within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
And they'll begin by running the option.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd down and 6.
Cut. Hey, chill. 12. What's up?
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers will never get back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
180.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is?
If that wasn't a pick, I don't know what
zone? Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Hey, kill.
Here's Goff. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9.
Shell. 120. We go. 76. Turbo.
Goff now looking to throw.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
Call it a gain of a yard. And that's going to make it 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
On the give, Krosky Barrett.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. So 3rd down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Going for it. Here's McCarthy. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
A give now to Bill. This is Krosky-Merritt. He just danced away from that one defender on his way to a gain of about 7 yards. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
And his kick is indeed good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And they will wriggle them down a couple yards shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Should have been a fumble.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. The quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field and they find each other for the completion.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
182 first.
Now gone. This pass down the field for Gibbs. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
20. DC. Hey, shell.
Now it's gone. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
14. We go. 76.
Throwing again is gone. And this is going to be intercepted. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. We say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles. 19.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Second down and 8. Open man, that's Felton.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Off the RPO, he completes it. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here's first down.
Here we go. Motion.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a back foot throw there is incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Like 20.
Here's Goff. Quick hitch, complete. It's Gibbs.
Complete to Jameer Gibbs. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here now, 3rd down.
66. 180. 17. 17.
Back to throw, Goff. He'll try and do this himself. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4.
Like 20. 2 for 1. 2 for 1. Value 1.
Now it's gone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Mason. And he'll be taken down here about the 11. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, this crowd making it hard to hear. This is 3rd and 8. There's a quick throw caught out wide. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Give to Krosky-Merritt. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Second down, goal to go.
Here we go. 76, go.
A run with Krosky-Merritt. And he's able to get it down to the
2-yard line.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
Krosky Merritt, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
And I don't think there should be much of a discussion here, but you know how I am. You kick the football, you take the lead. How bold do you want to be in this situation, though?
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
This is 1st and 10.
4 now. What? Value 3. Value 3. 76. Tell him. 76. 76. Do up.
Now gone. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Here's 2nd down.
Value 1. Not. White plane. Tiger. Tiger. 11. 11. Shell. 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 What's up?
Goff now to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Louis. Value 3. Value 3. 2 for 1. 5. 5. Orange. Maverick. 2 for 1.
One last throw here for Goff. This ball intercepted. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Minnesota, they get a much-needed victory to get to 3-5 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, The struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year.
And they'll try for a better outcome next week as they head to D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Man, I got to get my DBs there. I did this shit. I did that. I already knew somebody was going over. Ooh, look at this wiggle. I did that wiggle. That wiggle shit worked, bro. That shit's stupid. Look at that wiggle. Bro, I think that wiggle is OD, bro. GG's, y'all. Appreciate y'all watching my live.